everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be doing a part 2 of my DAISO makeup try on haul, where I will give you guys my first impressions and thoughts of all the other products that I bought from DAISO. So if you guys haven't watched my part 1, definitely check it out, but this is part 2. Without further ado, we're going to get the review started. This time around, if you guys have already watched my first part, I'm going to do this video a little bit different, where I'll be talking and I'll just chuck in all the demo videos for you guys, just so that you know the video is a little bit short, because I felt like the first one was a little bit too lengthy. I've skipped the primer this time because I wanted to see how the coverage of this is like, since they are not on like a cushion base. It's more of like a, you know, tubey foundation, and then I just use a puff to go over it. I tend to avoid using brush to spread out my foundation just because I have really dry skin, and I feel that every time I use brush it tends to make my skin look more patchy looking. I decided to use both, so I do have the Colourpop foundation on the right side. This is in number 2. This one have SPF 50. The coverage for this is actually really good. I would say is a medium, light to medium coverage. It's not as high coverage as the tech cushion that I tried in my first video. I actually like the spread of this. It spread out really nicely. However, I do notice that the first time you apply with a puff, it's a little bit too hard to like spread it out, but once it somehow maybe the foundation has warmed up, it just spread out really nicely. I'm not sure, it's so bizarre, but I have no trouble with it after. I'm very impressed with the finish of this because it didn't pick up any of my dry patches, and mind you, I did not use any primer underneath, so I was very surprised with the turnout of this. I can definitely see myself using this particular foundation a lot, and I like that the shade really matches to my skin tone, which is more of a yellow base side. Then going to the Waterpik foundation, I also like this. This one, comparing to the Colourpop, this Waterpik feels more, again, very watery base. It feels more hydrating. It just feels more moisturizing. In terms of the coverage, I feel like this is a little bit more sheerer compared to the Colourpop. I also felt that this Waterpik foundation is leaning towards much more of a light coverage side. Because of the whole watery texture, I feel that this foundation can glide off very easily. When I applied my blush, when I applied my powder, I can already see the redness of my skin showing because some of the foundation has rubbed off. So that's the only unfortunate thing about this Waterpik. Apart from that, if you guys ask me which one I would use more or which one I would get again, I would definitely get the Colourpop foundation, just because I feel like the finish of it is so much more beautiful than the Waterpik, and if you want something more of a high coverage, the Colourpop one would be better. I forgot that I had the Blur Pack powder here, and I got mine in the lavender one, so then I decided to just pat it on top of my foundation. It's definitely very lavender like, but I am loving this kind of powder, the blue tone or the purple tone, because it helped lift up my face. So I have it underneath my eye here, and I feel like it just lifted up a lot. I also like that it comes with a mirror and a puff. So this puff, I just mainly just use the lavender right in the middle and just use it more like a pointy method to apply this underneath the eye. So I definitely recommend this powder because it's beautiful. I believe they have other colors as well, but I decided to just stick to the lavender one. Going to the eyebrows, I decided to use the slim brown pencil again, but this time is in number 3. The first video I used number 1 or number 2, I can't remember, but I'll put it up here for you guys. But this one is way more lighter, it's way more golden yellowy, which definitely doesn't suit my hair. So this one is a little bit of a boo-boo. However, I just decided to try and fix it with the BROWCARA, which I used in the previous video as well, as the same color, number 1 dark brown, which I totally recommend to you guys because I can see that it really does change the color of your eyebrows and just helps blend into your eyebrow pencil much more better. This video doesn't have any eyeshadow palette because I only bought one, so we're going to jump straight into eyeliners. So for the eyeliners, I decided to try the Slim Fit eyeliner by Tag to Tightline. However, because of how thin and angled this eyeliner is, it really didn't help line my eyes, and also it wasn't pigmented enough to go onto the lash line. So for this slim fit eyeliner, it's more for like, you know, applying wings on top of your lid, but not so much for tightening. This eyeliner here, this is by The Balm, and this is in the color Ash Black. I don't see any pigmentation with this, guys. Like, it's so sheer that you guys will see I'm pushing it down really hard, but you can see it's very, very sheer. When I put this on my eyes, I can't see anything appearing, so this is a no-no for me. I also got this concealer, and I didn't use the green one. I used number 2, and what I did with this concealer is I just actually applied this on my lid so that I can just put more color onto my eyes for my eyeshadow to pop up more. But I really like the creaminess of this. This creaminess is really nice and reminds me of the saem. I don't remember if Drop B is like a collab with the saem, but this concealer really reminds me of that. It's very, very creamy, so I definitely recommend this for you guys. Then for the blush, this is also by Tag. So in my other video, I used number 2. This one is number 1 Bare Coral, and honestly, I'm loving this way more than the number 2. I felt like number 2 was too pastely for me, and I find that the highlighter was too sheer for me. However, with this particular one, number 1 Bare Coral, I love the coral shade of this. This coral pink is so nice on my skin. This highlighter, I feel, is identical to number 2. If I'm not wrong, the same thing is sheer. So for me, I would definitely just mainly focus on this blush, which I love. Like, if they can just like cut this off, that would be great. For the lips, last but not least, I used Twinkle Pop again, and this time for the lip pencil, I used number 1 Cool Pink, and I put the Pure Glass Tint in number 1 Middle Rose on top. I definitely think that this is the perfect pairing, and I mean, look at the color, they're pretty much identical, but I love the duo of this. It just gives a very nice mauvey cool pink finish, which I think is very beautiful. It's just a perfect combo, and I feel like I can see myself using this very often. It's definitely leaning towards much more of a cool tone, but you know what, I don't mind because I love the finish of it. And like I mentioned, I love the finish of this glass tint because it's more of a jelly type. It's not sheer, it's also moisturizing yet pigmented, which is great. If I have to pick my top 5 in this particular video, putting aside the stuff I already tried first time, I have 5 that I would like to buy again or recommend to you guys. First one would be the Colourpop foundation, because again, it is so lightweight. It gives you a nice coverage, like a good medium to light coverage, and it's really good for those who have dry skin. Then the Mood Blush Beam in number 1 Bare Coral. If you guys love coral shade, you love orangey shade, this would be like the perfect blush for you guys. Third one would be this Personal Layering Blur Pack in Lavender, because again, I mentioned that I like that it really lifted up my face. It just brightened up my face, which looks amazing. Fourth one would be the concealer, because it's so smooth, it's so creamy, it gives like a nice coverage. Definitely recommend this one. And I mean, look how small and lightweight this is. So good for travel. Last but not least is the Twinkle Pop again, and this one is in number 1 Middle Rose. Can't go wrong with this glass tint, guys. It's just amazing. Definitely need to try at least one color from this collection. So I hope you guys enjoy my part 2. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to know if you guys have tried any of these products, or if you guys are going to Korea and would like to get this. I would love to know. But yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.